Hello and welcome to tonight's show on the BBC 8, or as we like to call it, the VIII. We are very fortunate to have a very special guest with us tonight in the studio. He is a world record holder and hails from Louisiana. He is a doctor of gastroenterology and has just returned from a trip to Japan where he recently won the International Farting Championship. Please welcome to the show Dr. William Farsandi.
Thanks for having me. Please call me Dr. Bill.
Of course. So tell us a little about yourself, Dr. Bill. My sources tell me that you are of Creole descent and studied at the University of Louisiana.
Yes, all this is true. I began my study of the stomach at an early age when I discovered I could fart whenever I wanted. I was able to master the craft and soon out-farted my father, a valued accomplishment in the Creole people of Louisiana. I began to wonder why I could fart so well, which of course led me to studying gastroenterology at the University of Louisiana.
And how was the competition? Are there a lot of great farters out there?
There are, surprisingly. There was this young 14-year-old girl, just a tiny little thing, from Albuquerque, New Mexico, who really had great power and control. Her only downfall was that she had difficulty with the potency of her flatulence. Believe it or not, clearing the room at one of these competitions is a good thing. I'm sure she'll learn what foods to consume before a competition and which ones to stay away from.
So it's not just as simple as passing gas. There is a science in it.
Oh yes. I have done much research on the subject and actually conducted my thesis for my doctorates concerning fart art. Oh, sorry. Slight fecal matter release when one attempts to release flatulence. One might call them skid marks.
Oh, I see. Well, that's very interesting. We have posted a link on our page asking viewers to submit their questions about flatulence, and as long as you're okay with it, I'm going to ask some of these questions.
Of course.
Jill from London asks, where exactly does fart gas come from?
Well, the gas in our intestines comes from several sources. Air we swallow, gas seeping into our intestines from our blood, gas produced by chemical reactions in our guts, and gas produced by bacteria living in our guts. The smell comes from small amounts of hydrogen sulfide gas and mercaptans, both of which contain sulfur.
Very interesting. John from Paris asks, how do I make my farts really stinky?
You need to eat foods that are high in hydrogen sulfide gas and mercaptans. Eggs, cauliflower, and meat are high in these, notorious for smelly farts, whereas beans produce large amounts of farts, but not the stinky ones.
Bill from Pennsylvania wants to know why farts make noise.
That's a great question. A common misconception is that fart noise is generated by the flapping of butt cheeks. However, studies have shown that the sounds are produced by vibrations of the anal opening. These sounds depend on the velocity and expulsion of the gas and tightness of the sphincter muscles of the anus. The average person produces about half a liter of fartage a day. This is distributed to about 14 daily farts.
I never knew that. I believe you have a collection of the different types of farts that you have personally put together on a CD.
That is correct.
Would you like to select a few and play them for us, maybe giving us a brief description of each one?
Of course. As you may know, a gentleman is most likely to fart first thing in the morning while in the bathroom. This fart is known as morning thunder. With the acoustics of the bathroom, this is properly titled.
Impressive. I now know why they call it that.
This one is the bit burr. Sounds like just that. You're walking and the initial explosion, bit, during one step is followed by a more gentle release of the rest of the volume during the next step. Brrr. The command fart. This fart differs from the anticipated fart in that it can be held for long periods of time waiting for the right moment. Unlike the anticipated fart, it is intended to be noticed. Harold Tabor recently held a command fart for the whole period of his history class and let it go right at the end when the teacher asked if there were any questions.
Alright, class is over. Does anyone have any questions?
The quiver fart, a group 1 identification fart only. When you fart, it quivers. If it tickles, then it is a tickle fart. If you have to scratch it, then it's a scratch-ass fart. The rusty gate fart. The sound of this fart seems almost impossible for a fart. It is the most dry and squeaky sound a fart can make. The rusty gate fart sounds as if it would have worked a lot easier if it had been oiled. It sounds like a fart that it hurts. The snort. This is a fart that you succeed in suppressing so as not to offend someone, but then a sneeze jars are loose. And of course, the silent but deadly.
Well, that was quite the education we all just received there. Thank you very much for stopping by today, Bill. It's been a pleasure.
The pleasure was mine.
How about you read your list of slang farts as we close?
I would love to.
Well, that about does it, folks. Join us next time when we talk with John Wilkes, the inventor of the handheld bidet.
Air biscuit, air monkey, anal retreat, anus evacuation, Arkansas barking spiders, pip, poof, poof foom, poopy tunes, prison break, puffer, putt putts, queeve frames, rip ass, rip ship, rup rap, the scented scream, seam squirrels, smelly jelly, some asshole behind you talking shit, sphincter whistle, stench of death, stinker, talking pants, under thunder.